What's up, my people? It's nearly the end of 2024, and for me, right now, it's a great time to conclude and look back on the lessons that I've learned in 2024. Before starting this video, I would like to apologize for not posting for almost 8 or 9 months, and right now, I'm back to posting again. Lesson number one: if things are going well, you should work even harder. Back in 2023, I've hit a low point in my life. So there's a few like small achievement that I achieved last year, but I didn't put much more effort to maintain those achievement, and slowly those achievement kind of turned into a liability for me, and it was starting slowly to fade away. At that time, I was feeling a bit confident that I doesn't need to put much more effort anymore since I've achieved them. And then I was kind of like letting my foot off the gas pedal. And this is a dangerous move. You shouldn't let your foot out of the gas pedal. For a short time, yes, but in long run, no. Think of one thing is there's a plane which is flying through the air for a long time. It has built a very great momentum, right? But if the plane they suddenly stop the engine, the plane will still glide for like a few minutes. It wouldn't be a problem. But if you don't turn back on the engine and keep accelerating, the plane will slowly start to drop. And then things will get much more worse if you don't get back to it, right? And then the whole plane will start leaning downwards and downwards and downwards again. So this is a very, very dangerous move to make. It's a very silly move. And I kind of took lesson from it and implemented in this year. So what happened this year is when I hit certain goals, I doesn't let those achievements, those pride took over me. I would double down the hard work and I'll work twice as hard as I can so that I will not repeat those mistakes. And guess what? Compared to last year, what I've achieved is almost out of double down those achievements. You have to work even harder so that you won't lose the momentum, because momentum is everything. Momentum is king. You can't let those momentum die. It's like trying to made up a fire inside of the forest. At the moment, after 100 attempts, you finally sparks up a fire. You made a fire successfully. And then if you don't try your best to maintain it, once the fire gets put out, that's a harsh time again, because you need to try a lot of times to build up the fire again. So that's the point. You have to maintain those things. If you want to maintain it, you have to put in the effort more in order to secure those things. Lesson number two: be serious on your work, but also don't forget to have fun. I used to always be a person that constantly say no to my friends' hangout, always lock myself indoor because I was like too tempted on the grind set mentality. But what I realizes is that at sometimes you need to allow yourself have fun, or else your work is going to be very dull, and of course your life is gonna be very lame. There's a proverb for this, which is all play but no work makes Jack a dull boy. I'm pretty sure if my English teacher is watching this video right now, she would be absolutely proud of me for sure, I would say. If you don't allow yourself to have any fun, your life is like kind of living in a picture of black and white. Hear me out. If you're constantly grinding for a long period of time and not having some fun, you eventually starting to hurt all the aspects in your life. It could be your fitness, it could be your health, it could be your relationship with your family members, it could be your friendship. Because if you're constantly locking out yourself in the room, you kind of lose being social in a way. What's funny is that the moments that I allow myself to have some fun, I actually have more motivation to do the work. After a long period of putting in the work, you'll eventually caught up yourself burning out. And to solve it, you should really allow yourself to have some fun. So what I would do is usually after exams, I would hang out with my friends. It could be a simple workout or even hiking. Hiking is a new sport that I actually get in touch with lately. Don't get me wrong. What I mean having fun is doing the things that is beneficial for you in the long run. There is a difference between having fun and ruining your future. So you gotta like think it wisely, alright? Here comes lesson number 3. Be present on right now. For those who are watching this right now, might find this a bit cliche, but this is a thing that I have spent most of my time thinking about this year. For those who don't know, I'm right now currently in Form 4, which is 11th grade, and next year I'll be Form 5, which is 12th grade. And in Malaysia, in Form 5, we have a very important exam named SPM. SPM is an exam that every 17 years old student have to go through. So next year would be a very busy year for me. If I would like to rate a scale from 1 to 10 on how busy am I this year, I would rate it 8 out of 10. But for next year, I'll probably predict it might be 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10. You might think I'm joking, but I'm absolutely serious right now. I'm absolutely serious about it because all the schedule that's being planned out next year is just so packed, so overwhelming. And it just gives me a grasp moment of being present on my current year because my current year is, for me right now, this moment is quite peaceful. When you are focusing on the present, you feel a lot more peaceful. If you're constantly thinking about the past or the future, you eventually kills the inner peace that you're enjoying right now. I was cutting up myself quite a lot of time this year thinking about the future, about what I'm gonna do after graduation, and think about a lot of stuff about my future, and it does absolutely make me very anxious. And true takeaway is I should really just be present and enjoy and like truly live in this moment because I wouldn't get it back again. Thinking back for the past 3 years of my high school, I've think about it, I didn't actually had made a lot of memories from it. If you would like to ask me what I remembered from like the past 3 years, I would say not pretty much because I don't have like a really fun memory to think about it. And that's the reason why I would say pretty present right now and go outside and make some memories because one day you'll get old and you think about it. At least you won't have as much regrets when you're older. If I constantly looking back on the past or thinking about the future, eventually I will neglect the time right now. And in 5 years' time, I will absolutely miss this moment. To absolutely not have as much regret as I can, I should really just cherish and live in this moment and do as much things as I wanted to try, things that I wanted to do. Because my time in high school is very limited. I don't have much time left. There is a iconic movie scene slash quote that I am thinking about right now, which is life moves pretty fast. If you don't look around once in a while, you could miss it. And here we come, the last lesson of today's video. Take inspiration from others, but don't compare yourself with others. There's one day that I am walking past my school bus stop. I met one of my juniors. He was like, "Hey Kareem, I just got my BEM scores today and I got 73, but my other friends got 80 something, and it does make me feel bad." He was telling to me, I was like, 73 is quite not bad, bro. I was like answering back him, I was trying to make him feel better a bit. And then I advised him, you should compare yourself who you are yesterday, but not with somebody's day 100. After walking back inside school, I was kind of being his position because I absolutely understand what he's trying to say. I absolutely understand his position. So what happened during midterm and the final exam is that whenever I said my marks to my tuition teacher, like I said I achieved 80 something per 100 on this paper, and then some other dudes told their marks to my tuition teacher, they got like 90 something. It does kind of make me feel bad. If I'm being honest, I was feeling down a bit. Although getting 80 something is pretty decent, but I always constantly compare myself with others. It does kill my happiness, my joy, because comparison absolutely kills joy. And then I was feeling a bit moody after being back home. I am always comparing myself with the top students of my school. They are one of the best out of the best. So I'm comparing myself one of the best out there. Eventually, I started thinking about that I shouldn't compare myself with others because everyone has their own journey. Everybody's walking on their own path. Our paths aren't meant to be the same. Those top students have their own problems. I have my own problems. They don't eat what I eat. They don't drink what I drink. They don't live in the same house as I. They use study plan of ABC, and then I use a study plan of XYZ. There's a lot of different circumstances, outside factors. And there's one thing in common is that I am in the same school as the top student. That's the only thing. We are in a different class, different everything. I shouldn't really compare myself with them because I do found every single time if I compare, I kind of lose those sense of happiness with myself. I was always constantly looking on things that are in front of me, people that are higher and above than me, and I don't really look back on what's behind of me. So thinking back 2 years ago, what I have achieved today compared to 2 years ago, I have achieved a lot, but I didn't really compare to my old progress. I was always constantly comparing with other people's day 100. That's the reason why I told this advice to my junior, because I absolutely resonates with this one. For those people who are always constantly comparing yourself with others, you should really not compare yourself with others, but instead you should really take inspiration from them, because this would be a more healthier way in the long run for your own journey and for your own benefits. And that's it for today's video. I'll try my best to make one of these videos each year so that it'll be a great way to kind of like document slash looking back on the lessons that I've learned. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.